I think there's certain moments in your life that like you make a single decision and it changes the whole course of your life. And like I think sometimes we don't even realize it, but that moment I kind of realized that moment actually changed the course of my life.
Altevrse episode 1, success. You get me?
In the hat.
You wanna hear this song from above?
Hey, welcome to the MTV Cribs. We about to go outside and I'm about to show you.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Altevrse. I'm your host, Heaven Shamba, and today we have a very, very special guest. We have my boy Victor Uyelumo.
Yes,
The
sir.
vibe,
Yes, sir.
biggest, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Artist, athlete, video editor, visionary, curator, thinker, executor. What are we missing? What else? Add on.
All right. Thank
Everything.
you.
How you
Thank you.
feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me, and you have a really nice setup over here. Really nice. Yeah.
Bro, I'm so excited to have you here, bro.
Thank you.
'Cause
Thanks, bro.
Just watching like everything that you do and the way that, you just execute is just like, wow, like this guy has a story to tell, so
Thank you.
I'm excited to get into it. How I see you've been traveling. How's that been?
Yeah, it's been great. Like it's been really fun. I think traveling is a great experience. You get to see different places and have different perspectives of things. So I really have fun when I do travel.
Yeah. What's your favorite place to go?
Bro, I would say Paris.
Paris?
Yeah,
Paris.
Paris is so fun. Like it's like we need to do like a trip to like Paris, like a mad homies.
Yeah.
Like
That'll be
trip.
crazy.
That would be crazy.
That'll be wavy.
That would be wavy, vibey. That would be real nice, actually.
Wow. I've actually never been to Paris. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
dope.
Yeah, that would be.
That's a different experience.
Yeah.
But I mean, just to get into it, bro, like, so I was just reading a little bit about you,
Okay.
and it was saying that you moved here at age 14
Yeah.
for basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just kind of take me through your background. Like, tell me about your childhood. Tell me about,
My childhood.
yeah,
Okay.
or up to that point,
Up to that point. Okay, my childhood, I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria. Never really knew much about basketball or anything, but I was tall. So whenever people see me, they'll be like, "Oh, you should go and play basketball in America." And I'm just like, okay. But I didn't really know anything about basketball. Like I never actually even watched the basketball game. Like really. I just knew Michael Jordan and maybe Kobe, but that was the only two names I knew in basketball. But so eventually there was this guy that was in the neighborhood. He was also playing at the time. He was a player. And he would be like, "Yo, I think you should play basketball." And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, whatever." Like, I never, cause you're in Nigeria, like you're like basketball is not gonna get you anywhere. You know what I mean? But I'm like, okay. But when my brother started playing and he was playing for about a year, then he was like, "Oh, I wanna introduce you to." He was like, "I'm going to this coach," cause he came to me. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to this coach. I don't know." And like, I think there's certain moments in your life that like you make a single decision and it changes the whole course of your life. And like I think sometimes we don't even realize it, but that moment I kind of realized that moment actually changed the course of my life.
Wow.
It's crazy because like, okay, it's just a small story, but like for me personally, I felt like that was the moment, like, because okay, my brother met me at this place, this market. It was like Alaba International Market, right? And he was going to a coach in, let's say, point C, right? There's point A, point B, point C. He met me at point B, and he was going to a coach in point C, and he wanted me to like borrow him money for transport. I was supposed to go back home. We lived in point A. Now we met in point B, and so I was like, okay, like I gave him the money for the transport, but then we got on the bus. The bus, I was either gonna go back home or I was gonna go with him, and I wasn't doing anything that day. So I was just like, you know what? Why don't I just go with him? Like literally that thought in my head, like, let me just go with him. So I went with him, and when we got there, I saw this coach, like the coach that he was going to meet. The guy was like, he saw me, I was so tall. He was like, oh my God, like you're really tall. I can really train you. And like within a year, you'll be in the United States. And I know, and I was just like, what? But he was really serious, and he like also had a lot of track record of like helping a lot of kids, teaching them about basketball and helping them travel. And there was so many athletes. It was just like the national stadium simulated. It was in Lagos, like a national stadium. So after I hit that, I was like, okay, bet. So I went home that day and I just started thinking literally about basketball. Because I've heard about basketball before, but I'm just like, this isn't gonna get me anywhere. But when that guy told me that, like, so I think the moment for me that like changed the course of everything was that decision of like, do I just go or do I go home? Because if I had gone home, I wouldn't.
Everything would be different.
Everything would have
You'd be
been
sitting-
different.
You might not be sitting
Exactly. Or maybe it would have been like a later time or like a different route
something
or
else.
like something. But like, I just felt like that moment, like for me, it was like decision for me to just go there because I kept contemplating, should I go? Should I go home? And you know, sometimes you never know. You just try things. Or
Wait,
you,
what was the final thing that made you say, all right, I'm not going home. I'm just gonna let me just
I don't
go
know.
here."
I just was like, I'm not like if I go home, like it's not like I'm going home to do anything. I was just like, oh, I might as well just go. Let me just go to this thing with him. So I just went, and he just told me, and that moment I was just thinking that like, damn, I really should take this. I really should take this serious. Then I told my dad. He was like, nah, you know. It's a long story. I don't know how much time you have, but like my whole story
Yeah.
pre coming to the United States is long. So, but we can dive into that more some other time. But I don't know. I told my dad, he was like, nah, you like, I think you should focus on school. People that do that, they don't go anywhere with it. They start.
Yeah.
And I was just like, so I kind of left it. I was just like, all right, whatever. Then 2 weeks later, the coach called me. I was like, yo, there's this guy from the United States. He literally sent me money to buy you basketball shoes and a basketball so you can start playing basketball. I was like, what? Some man I never met, like I don't know, that has never met me, just sent money to buy. I was like, all right, bet. So like I really have to go. And my dad was like, nah. I ran out of the house. I literally left the house at a very young age, and I just went to like stay with the coach, and I was just staying with him with some other boys, and we're just like working out, playing basketball. My dad called me like a few weeks later. He was like, he called me and he was like, oh, they like, where are you? What's going on? Like, I said, I'm playing basketball. He's like, but sometimes that's another thing. Sometimes when you want to do something, like you just have to go for it. Like other people may not really see what you're trying to do, but like as long as you see it and it's very clear in your head, like you should go for it. Like sometimes people tell you that like, oh no, don't do that because of their perspective of things, right? Like this didn't work for the people that I've seen in my life, or this didn't work in the past. So I don't know if it's gonna work with you. From a good place, of course. But like I just didn't, because I told him, yeah, I want to travel to the United States through playing basketball. He was like, he's known people that have tried, even people that have tried to go through like road to go to Europe or whatever, and they never made it, and I shouldn't do it. So like just me believing in myself and be like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna go and just, and I did, and I literally played for like maybe 4 months, and I literally was out.
Out of Nigeria. To the
Yes.
States.
Yeah, I got a scholarship. I literally got I was training for literally 4 months, and I got a
Were you
scholarship.
training hard or you were
I was-
training? Yeah.
What?
Okay.
I-
Nice.
No, I was training hard. No, but it wasn't like I got a scholarship because I was good. No, it wasn't like, no, I was training hard. It was like twice a day, every day, like intense, like literally that. But it's like sometimes you need those moments in your life.
Yeah. This
So like
builds character.
it builds like literally something you've never done in your life. Now you're being introduced to a new sport. You're really, yeah. So it wasn't like I was good in that 4 months. It was just that like there was potential. So like they were like, okay, I'll take a chance on him.
Wait, so when the people got you from here and were
Yeah,
like, yo,
it was my
like,
coach.
yeah, your coach. But how did you get to the United States? Like
So
when they called you, were you just like, yes, like I'm
you
going?
know, so usually they will send you like a scholarship, like
Yeah.
about a school scholarship, an I-20, and that way you can come to the United States to
Yeah.
study over here. So the school sends us the I-20, and that's what you use
To play at the school.
yeah.
Yo.
The I-20 is to come. It's like a
Oh,
scholarship to just go to school.
I-
But obviously you're coming through for sports. So
Yeah.
it's I-20 to go to school, and then you
Yeah.
play basketball for the school.
And this was the school that you were playing basketball.
This was the school I played basketball for the first year. But then after that year, I transferred. But yeah,
Was that school was it in
it
Florida?
was in Florida. Yeah.
Okay, bro, I can't lie. Before we came, I was watching your highlights. Hold on, man. That man, what you had like 15 rebounds, like 5 blocks. Like you were going crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you were going crazy. It was like you and your brother. I was
Yeah, near and brother were on the same team.
Man, how did that feel? To like, would you wake up and be like, "Yo, this is real," or were you just like,
I mean-
like, what was that feeling to be out there and balling out?
It was cool. It was cool. Like I don't know. When I played, I don't know. When I was playing, I never really was thinking about anything. I just was playing.
Yeah,
I like it so I never really thought like, and I always thought of basketball as like a vehicle to like get me to like where I need to go to, right? I wasn't really, and maybe if I had a different approach or a different mindset about it, maybe things would have been different. I don't know, but I just thought of basketball as a vehicle to get me to where I needed to go to, get me through school, get me through stuff, and if something came out of that, that was a bonus.
yeah.
But then with a lot of injuries and stuff like that, I think injuries really messed things up for me. And then also like, it's a very mental game. It's just a lot of things. Like, it's a lot of things.
But see, I think it feels like it messed you up, but I don't think it messed you up. I think you're right. Like watching the way you move, I think you're right where you need to be.
Yeah.
So even in my personal story, I used to be an athlete, right? And my mind was set on athletics. I'm like, I'm going to play basketball or football. One or the other, I'm going to play them and we're going to do the thing. Just the typical
Yeah.
American dream type beat.
Yeah.
And my junior year, I dislocated my kneecap, right?
Damn.
And I was like, okay, whatever. It's rehabilitated, whatever. Got back. Senior year, I'm ready to play. Bam, dislocated again. One playing basketball and one playing football, right?
Yeah.
And at the time, it was like, I'm a relatively optimistic person, so it didn't hurt me too bad, but it was like, oh man, But when I look in hindsight, if that never happened, I would have never started making music.
Yeah.
Because it was just me sitting around like injured one summer, like, okay, what am I gonna do now? And then my homie had the studio, and now I'm on, like you were talking about that moment where your left switches. So it's like,
that was a moment for you.
Yeah, it felt like athletics was my course, but those injuries brought me to the path that I actually feel fulfilled in,
Injuries really,
Yeah.
injuries really, because playing sports, you literally have no time. But then when you get injured, you're like, oh my God, I have so much. Yeah, oh my God, what's going on? I have so much free time. I have all these things that I could be doing. Oh my God.
World out
What do I do? What do I do with my time now? What do I do with myself? So even me, when I had a lot of injuries in high school, like freshman year, I had injury. I had my back injury. I was out for a while. That affected me. I came back.
This is college, freshman year of college.
High school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Then after that, I had all kinds of injuries. I had my shoulder dislocated. I was out for a whole school year. I couldn't play. Then after that, I dislocated my ankle.
Man.
Bro, I'm telling you, like I had a lot. And then I even hurt my knee one time. It was just like, bro. So it was just like God was just throwing all these things at me. I'm just like, why do I keep getting all these injuries? Like, and the crazy thing was like, when I was younger, I was so passionate about it. And I was just a hard worker. I wanted to go in the gym very early. I'll be there like before school starts, work out, then literally like trying to like be the best version of myself. But then after I kept getting injured, I was just like, okay, I'm not. Because I just hated that like I would work really hard and get further. And then when I get injured, it's like a setback. And then I got to get back there and then I set back. So after like so many injuries, I was just like, all right, man, I'm just going to be vibey.
I'm just going to be wavy.
I'm just gonna vibe. I'm just gonna just vibe because it's like at this point. Like,
Nah, but that actually brings me to my next question, because so as a former athlete,
Yeah.
like spending a lot of time around athletes,
yeah,
and now as an artist, the vibe between athletes and artists, it's like it's like almost two different
it's
worlds,
like
right?
different worlds. Yeah, for
So
sure.
how did you transition from athlete
To
right here all the way to artist?
To
Like,
art.
what was that moment?
So well,
Or was it over time?
I always was like, I always drew when I was young. I would when I was younger, even in Nigeria, the elementary school, like when we would have like art class, like you know how they'll be like, oh, you should draw whatever, like draw something, and my drawings will always be like the best in the class. Yeah, it was just something that I was good at, but it wasn't like, I don't think
Wow.
people are just born naturally good. I mean, yeah, some people are naturally good at things, but I think people think they're naturally good at things, but like if you really look back, there's a reason why you're good at that thing. So, for example, you can have a really good voice, right? And you in your head you're thinking, "Oh my God, I just have this natural voice." But like somewhere along the line, there was probably someone that just had that you saw that had a really good voice, or you watched something on TV, or like your parents or something, and then because of that incident that you saw, you started trying it out more, and then when you're trying it out more, you're like, oh, actually I'm good at this, and you start getting better at it, and then in your mind you think your voice is just natural or whatever, but like
You were getting reps.
yeah, you were getting
Getting reps.
yeah, and I'm not saying there's some people that their voice is not natural. There's natural talent, obviously, but I feel like a lot of people they overestimate natural talent and they underestimate the ability to like just work hard or like just practice, like continuous practice. Yeah, so yeah, because when I was younger, I remember I wasn't able to draw. Actually, there was this kid in my class that used to draw like comics, Spider-Man, Superman, all this really dope stuff, and I'll look at it, I'll be like, oh my God, this is so cool. But it, like, throw it to the side. They were like, you know how like people, if you're really good, you just think something trash and you throw it away. I go pick it up. I'm like, oh my God, like what? Why you? So from then I started learning how to draw. Like I would be watching TV, like I'll watch Batman, Superman, or whatever. Like when it would come on TV, and I'll be drawing it while I'm watching it. So I think there's a like muscle memory that I'm building a little bit without even knowing it. You just like you have, and I'm someone that have a lot of interest. If I have interest in something, I try to actually learn it. Like, why don't I learn it? Let me just, it's fun.
Yeah.
So I think I was doing that a little bit, and then, but the moment for me was when I was in college, right? I was always thinking about like, okay, what do I do now? Like, how do I, um like when I was in college, I always did that thing, but I wanted to paint. But I was like, how do I even paint? Because like I don't have time. And I was like, D1 athlete, like you have no time at all. Like literally, you have classes, you have workouts, you have practice, weight room, exams, all these things. So I was like, oh nah, never mind. There's no way that's gonna happen. But there was this guy that he was also a Nigerian guy. He played football at the same, like at my school at USC at the time. So I was just like, so he was also painting at the time while he was at USC. And I was just like looking at him like, "Oh, this guy, you paint? How do you have time to paint?" Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he was just vibing, like
Yeah.
doing his thing. I was like, that's really cool. Like, okay, I'm then in the summer, because in the summer you have a little downtime. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like try to just get into it, just vibe and just. So in the summer, I picked up the stuff and I just started painting, and like my first painting was cool, like, and I just started getting better, and then I got obsessed with it. Like before the school year started, by the time the school year started, I was painting. I had paintings all over my walls in college. While I was playing sports, while I was playing basketball at USC, I had paintings. If you came to my room, there was paintings everywhere. So that was
People
just
come in and see this and be
yeah,
like, bro.
yeah. Literally, and I was painting in my bathroom. Like I just. You think you just gotta make it happen. Like
Yeah.
like I think that's one of the good things that I think I have, or that I've grown to like develop over time, the ability to just make it happen.
Yeah.
Like I think if I was like, oh, let me wait till I have a studio, or let me wait till like everything is set, like I would have never gotten to where I'm at as far as like with art thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just was like, okay, let me just keep going. Let me just practice. Let me just do whatever. I was doing it, and then I transferred from there. When I transferred to Maryland, then it was just a dark time for me because like it was cold. I didn't really like it. I didn't even want to go. I didn't even want to transfer. Like I just transferred, but like whatever, I was there already, so I was trying to make it happen. But art was just a thing that I just had to myself. So whenever I'll be with myself, I'll just be painting. I'll just painting some really sick things, and like that's how it was. I just kept painting, and then someone was like, "Oh, there's this art thing, this art show that's happening. You should probably apply for it." I'm like, me? I'm not an artist. Like, I'm not even an artist. He's like, you should. Your work is really good. You should apply for it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I just applied to it. I wasn't even thinking of it. And they were like, oh yeah, you were accepted. I'm like, I was accepted? Okay, like, hey. But then I went to the show. Um, then I had some works, and I I I was just like, cause I was like, this were like, so when I went to the show, I had a few paintings, maybe like 15, something like that, paintings that I took to the show, and I was just like, oh yeah, the lady was like, oh, how much are you pricing your works and stuff like that, and I was like, at the time it was like 2,500, something like that. It was 2,500 for like one painting that I had at the time. And lady was like, like I think that might be too much for this show, for this affair, because this is just like, I don't think people here are here to like, And I was like, I was genuinely like, it's okay, like I don't really care if I sell it. I'm just even happy to be here,
Yeah.
and like I just want, if people appreciate the work. That's all that matters to me. But this is how much I'm going to be willing to let it go for.
But I wanna say something to that, which is very important.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a testament to your personality, and something that I've seen over time is that somebody came to you like letting you know like, hey, like, that might be a little too much, and I feel like 90% of people would be like, oh man, she's right, let me like lower my price.
Yeah.
But you kept your value. Even in the face that you might not sell anything, you still kept your value. So I think that's something important for people to know, and I wanted to just note that real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue the story. But that's I think that's a part of why you are who you are. Like just that little thing right there of being able to hold your value in the face of adversity. I think that's so important. But yeah, continue the story.
Thank you. Yeah. So I told her that. She's like, this show, I don't really know if people are here to buy works for that expensive or whatever. I'm like, it's fine, I'm just here to show my work, and like I hope people just appreciate it, and that's all. Like, I didn't really. So she was like, okay. So by the end of literally, I literally sold almost all my paintings.
Whoa.
I know, and like yeah, and the lady was like, wow, like she was very impressed, and she was just like, wow, like people really loved your paintings, and then she even bought one of my paintings, right? She even bought. I was like, wow, like but that whole experience, and then when I was there, because I literally had just graduated from college, and I was trying to move back to California to like kind of figure out like what am I gonna be doing, how am I gonna navigate this whole, because I was like, okay, I'm done with basketball, because I got injured again while I was in college.
Oh,
And the worst part was like that time when I was at, they didn't believe that I was injured because the MRI was not showing the thing on my knee. My knee was hurting when I was running, but the MRI was not showing it. So they just assumed that I was lying.
But it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah, exactly. Right. And whenever I run, I was like, I was running awkwardly, my leg was hurting. It just didn't make sense. So I was just like, whatever, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, it's just hurting me to keep going like this. Like, there's no point. Like, I don't want to be. And also I was just like, it was just important for me. There's so many different factors. Okay. One, I think it was important for me to do the things that I enjoy doing. Like if it was hurting that bad, like there was no point for me to keep doing that. You know what I mean? I was just like, nah, I'd rather not do that. And then another thing, just almost lost my train of thought. What was it? Another thing, yeah, is that like, because of the fact that I was born in Nigeria, I felt like I was more than an athlete. I was more than a basketball player. And I say the fact I was born in Nigeria because if you remember, for the majority of my life, like from when I was born to like when I was 14, I never even played basketball or anything. I had a whole life. Like, you know what I mean? I was just a normal boy that just like whatever, like went to school and like did his schoolwork and just played soccer with his friends. So like I knew what life was without basketball. So I was just like, okay, like that was not the end. It was not the end of the road for me, you know what I mean? Rather than like I felt like some people like I met
Identity.
yeah, it's their identity. And it's not like it's a bad thing to be like all about basketball, but like I feel like when the adversity hits and you almost feel like you don't have any other option, you don't have any other way out because you just were born into this thing where it's like they're like, this is what you have to be. This is all you know like this is no longer serving you, that you don't want to do this anymore. But you're like, this is all I know, this is all I've known my whole life. So I have to do it. Even though you're talented in other things. So you just keep going at it and it's like, okay, you know what I mean? But I was glad that like I was able to like be like, okay, I can just be someone else outside of this, and I think I'll be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that
And I think on the other side, bringing this on a spiritual level, I feel like in a way, like God was like, yo, this is where this is where basketball was supposed to take you. Now it's time for you to jump shit to your next.
to the next
know?
phase, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. But it's dope though, your art. Like you've been mentioned in Vogue. The CEO of Neiman Marcus has bought your artwork. Like, was there a transition in your mind from like amateur to professional, or you never felt like you
Um,
know?
I would say as soon as I went to art school, cause like at that point I was already I'm investing into this now. You know what I mean? I'm like in
There's
school.
money, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in grad school for this. I'm having my masters for this. It's a master's program in New York, really good program. And I'm like at that point I'm like, okay, I'm a professional now. Like this is not some I'm just vibing or whatever. Like you know what I mean? I'm really like doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And something, so I always say my kids will play a sport at some point in their adolescence.
Yeah.
And not necessarily to play for professional or to make it to some league.
Yeah.
But I just think that athletics, like when I played sports, something about being a part of a team, about being a part of an organization, about working hard, it breeds a certain resilience in a person, you know? Like it makes you strong and it makes you tough. So do you feel like in your personal life, do you think athletics helped mold a mindset that you're able to take in other, like even if athletics didn't go all the way, do you feel like it helped you? Because
Uh,
like you said, you were in the gym early morning.
yeah,
You know?
I think athletics definitely helps you. Like like yeah. It's something that I did for years. I think it definitely taught me a lot of different things. I think yeah, definitely taught me discipline, you know, resilience. Like yeah, you're gonna learn a lot of things. Like just you also life experience. You have a lot of different life experiences being an athlete. Like it just yeah, I think being an athlete really, but I don't really know if I feel like I already knew what I was even before I became an athlete. So like it wasn't like basketball was really like shaping my like thoughts or identity. I think I already had that. So like basketball was just like an addition to, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like the things that I feel like as far as like discipline, as far as like resilience, yeah, basketball would definitely help with that. But like I feel like I kind of like knew what I wanted. So I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's fire. Man. And something that I see in life
Yeah.
is that like, so artists, let's say like you paint, right? that painting, that's your discipline, that's your skill.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of artists, they obsess with this one skill, right?
Yeah.
And they just go like do this, do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
But from my perspective, I think the same skill that it takes to paint is the same skill that it can take to build a business, is the same skill that it can take to do this. Because essentially you're just creating something from nothing,
Yeah.
you know? And I feel like watching you, that's something that you've done a great job with, transitioning from your artistry to now block session, which is this thing, it's moving, it's going. Like this summer, this has been a big summer for you.
Yeah.
So like, how did block session start? Or when did that start? Like, where did that even come from?
So, okay. How the whole, cause I run some pages on Instagram. Like, so I run some theme pages. Like I have like this love page that I run. It's a big page. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to like throw like an event, like a party. Like I've made an announcement about it. Like, oh, we're gonna do a party, and people are really excited about it. Yeah, like when is the party? Where is it? So like I was just in my head, I'm trying to think that like, okay, I really do want to do the party. People are excited about it, but like, how do I actually go about it? Because I don't have any knowledge and experience about the whole party scene, or like how to create a party or throw an event and stuff like that. That's another thing like that I was saying like earlier. Like,
Just go.
yeah, just go. But
Just
also
go.
like, but you see also these things, like no one was just born knowing how to do anything. You literally just try and try. You probably will fail along the way, but you're getting better. And then like, I don't see, like when I look at block sessions, for example, I don't look at it like, oh my God, this is a 6 months plan or like a 1 year. I'm thinking of it like 5 years. So when people are talking about like, when people talk about like certain things, oh, people are not coming or doing this or this or that, like I'm not thinking about like the people now. I'm thinking about the people in the future. Yeah, because like I think
Wait, is there a clap? Is there a press clap? Because
because I think like I think a lot of people think about short term goals. Like if you think about whatever like this Altevrse, for example, think about Altevrse as like a 5 year plan or a 10 year plan. Think about what something, anything at all that you've been doing for 10 years consistently. Think about how successful that thing will be. Or like 5 years consistent. You know what I mean? We start something that's fairly new, 3 months, 6 months, and we're like, oh my God, we're not getting views. We're not getting, people are not, keep going at it. Like, try to do that same thing for 5 years, 10 years. Trust me, you're gonna be
where you'll be.
like, exactly. You're literally gonna be one of the top people in that industry, because people don't even make it that long. And the amount of experience that you'll gain along the way, the amount of, so you know what I mean? It's like if you keep going, keep persevering, and like it's definitely gonna be big if you keep being consistent with it. But like I think a lot of people think about the short term like goals and like, oh my God, it's not working right now. Oh, I didn't get views today. Oh, this, that, because all it takes is one moment. Sometimes it's just like one person, you just have a guest on your podcast, or maybe like a big guest, or like some podcast that just went viral, and now people are like, oh my God, that was really insightful, motivational, whatever to them, and they're like, oh, let me go look at the artist. Oh my God, he has some really good stuff. And then people are like, oh my God.
And then at that point, maybe, because I think people also want success prematurely. And I feel like that's not always the best, because now you have all this, but you're not prepared.
And you're not ready for it.
You haven't done the reps.
You're not, yes.
Oh, you have to put in the reps.
You
But see,
have-
that goes back to athletic. I think that's just a fundamental
You
thing,
have-
though, that you have to be like. But you have to practice.
You have to put in the reps. You have to put in the
practice.
You have to be willing to make mistakes and fail and fail forward. I saw this thing that like it's been in my mind since I saw the video. Will Smith. It was a video of Will Smith saying how to fail forward.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the biggest things that I realize that a lot of people don't have. I think a lot of people are too scared to fail. A lot of people are too scared to like see, like, oh my God, I tried that and it didn't go well. What are people gonna think? What are people gonna say? Like, Okay.
I think that's a bad thing about the digital age that we're in. Because I feel like because today you can look to the left and right and everything looks so perfect, it's like,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
think
you don't
everything
want to
is.
make a mistake.
You don't want
You
to
want
make
everything to be
a
perfect.
mistake. Make a
Yeah.
mistake. Like literally, I'm just like, okay, that didn't work out. What can I? How can I get better? What can I do differently? You know what I mean? I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, that, you know what I mean? I'm not thinking about like, oh, that didn't work out. Like, just fail forward means that like when you fail, you learn from your mistakes. Like you learn from it. Like you're not gonna make the same mistake that you made yesterday, but now you're better at something else. Like, you know what I mean? Or like it didn't work. Let's say you did something and it didn't work out, but you learned some valuable skills from it. Like you learn how to talk to people, you learn how to set up this is valuable thing. You learn how to edit. You learn how to edit, you learn how to this was probably something that you didn't know 6 months prior to starting your podcast or whatever. And now you're doing it and now you're in the process of it. Now you know, oh my God, this is how people come late to things, this is how people show up, this is how to contact this. Now you already have even relationships from the podcast, people that you probably didn't even have any kind of, because I have a podcast that I've had people that I probably would have never had any, like there's no way that we could even be in the same room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we were able to like talk,
Yeah.
and like now, like if I hit those people up, like, hey, what's up? Like whatever, like, oh, we'll chat, we'll talk about stuff, or like we can be like, oh, I'm in your city, you wanna. It's just like, you know, you never know.
Wait,
like,
what's your podcast called, by the way? Shout it out.
it's called Block Podcast.
There we go.
Yeah, it's called Block Podcast. But it's like you never know, like, because sometimes you think something failed, but like you don't know all these valuable things. You don't realize all these valuable things that you picked up along the way through your journey of this thing that you think, oh my
That's
God,
what it's about.
that's what it's about. The
That's where you
process.
get the.
That's
where you build the muscles.
Yeah,
When you're
it's
doing the push-ups,
when
not at
the-
the end of the day.
yeah, it's all about if you enjoy the process. I feel like if you enjoy the process, man, you're gonna go far, because it's and that comes from also doing the things that you love.
Yeah.
Because if you do the things that you enjoy doing, it wouldn't even feel like work. Like I literally, you guys are always on my ass about like,
Bro.
oh, like Victor, go to bed, man. It's
Oh, you're grinding.
3 a.m.
Editing the videos 2 hours long.
Yeah,
You're so
I'm like,
grinding.
yes, because I'm just like, bro, I enjoy this. Like,
Yeah.
it's so fun for me. Editing those videos is so fun. It's just that it's time consuming. So I'm just like, but it's so fun when I'm editing, I'm watching, I'm seeing different angles of like people, like just like how people are acting or whatever. And it's just to me, it's
Wait, so I want to say before I get into our last segment,
yeah.
I want to know, because I think it's important to note this. What does Victor do when he's off? You know what I'm saying? Like when you're just feeling down, when it's just it's not your day. It's not like, how do you pick yourself up? Like, what's your thing? Because for me personally, I go on runs, like 2 miles, 3
Okay.
miles, clear my mind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I usually will go on walks. I love going on walks. But I don't know, since I came to LA, I haven't been going on a lot of walks. So I just drive. I would literally get in my car and I'll just drive around. Like I'll drive around the neighborhood or just drive around the city. Just be driving around, like playing my low music and just looking around the city. That's what I do now. But back in, like when I was in Florida, I go on walks. I love going on walks. But now I feel like just riding around, like is just my new
It's
thing.
wavy, vibey.
Vibey.
Okay, so check it out. We have a segment, right? This is our closing segment.
Okay.
And it's called, wait, can I get a little?
That's as close as I got.
Nah, you're good. So we have a closing segment, right?
Yeah.
And it's called rapid fire questions.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask you a question, and you just answer the first thing that comes to your mind, right?
Okay.
No thinking, just the first thing that comes to your mind. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What song do you have on repeat right now? What song you can't get out of your head?
Billions, Charlie Poppy.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't say Escaladizi.
Oh, no, because that was like some weeks ago, but now it's Billions.
That was okay, nice.
Yeah.
If you weren't an artist, what would Victor be doing?
Sheesh. I'll be doing another creative venture, man.
Something else?
I'll
What
be doing it-
specifically though?
I probably I do so many things, man. I'm not even just an artist. Like I
Yeah.
do so much. I gotta
Nah, don't think. The rapid fire.
rapid fire. If I wasn't an artist, I'll probably be working in tech.
Okay, nice. That way.
Yep.
Okay, Lagos or New York?
As far as what?
Just where would you just the vibe?
New York.
New York?
Versus Lagos, of
Yeah.
course New York.
New York or LA?
LA for sure.
LA? Oh, okay.
LA.
Okay. What's your dream city to throw a block session?
London.
London.
I want to do it in London big. But also Lagos. Like
Okay, yeah, that'd be
Lagos,
crazy.
that'll
cities
be
would be crazy.
wavy. Like Lagos would be crazy because the people, like you know how here like getting the people out every time is a problem. In Nigeria, that is the list of your worry. Like people are gonna be there. Nigerians love to have a good time and like yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just for our viewers, just so they have an understanding, how tall are you actually?
I'm 6'11".
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay. If you won the lottery, what's your first purchase?
If I won $100 million lottery, I probably would give my mom like 20 million. That'll be the first thing. Like
Respect.
cause like bro, my mom is like literally my everything. Like if I won the lottery, she probably wouldn't even need it. But that would be what I want to do. Like I just want to just show her appreciation. But I just can't. I there's no way I can right now. But like besides saying I love you, but if I had the resources, like literally she can have the whole world.
Yeah. Respect.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Rapid fire. I don't know. I have biggest pet peeve is probably people lying to themselves. Yeah, probably. Because I don't like, see, this is your reality, right? You just got to own it. But like, you might want to change your reality later. That's cool. But you just got to own it. This is my life right now. This is where I'm at right now. And I want to be somewhere else. But don't lie to yourself. Because you can try to lie to people, but don't lie to yourself. Like, you can go, I'm going to give you an example. You can go on Instagram and flash some flashy cars and act like you have all this money and all this stuff. Cool. Do whatever you want to do. But when you go home, don't spend like you got all this money. Or don't leave like you don't have all this money. Don't lie to yourself.
Lie to yourself.
Don't be true to yourself. Yeah.
I like that.
That's probably one of my biggest pet peeves.
And then your dream superpower. If you could have any superpower, it's just granted to you. What is Victor
It
have?
would probably be to see the future. If I can see the future, even if by like 24 hours, you don't even understand. I'll be the richest man in the world. If I can see the future by 24 hours, I would be the richest man in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just show me your go-to dance move. You know, when the DJ is just playing your song, what's Victor's go-to?
What is my go-to dance move? Probably like, I don't know. I don't know.
On your block, you're always like this. That's not a dance move though. That's just the DJ's going crazy.
Yeah, DJ's always like doing something that I didn't expect. I'm like, whoa, like, okay, yeah.
Okay, nice. So we have a question from the last guest.
Yeah.
And they wanted to ask you, and just quick, what's one lesson, just one thing you've learned in 2025?
Sheesh. I think it's that you gotta be ready to do it by yourself if you have to. You cannot, you like literally it's you. Like whatever you're doing, right? Like at the end of the day, that's on you. You cannot rely, you can rely on people obviously and be like, oh, I want to spend on behind. But ultimately it's on you. It's on you to like make that thing happen. If people don't show up or people don't like, you have to be able to make it happen somehow. I think that's my biggest thing because I think that will be my biggest lesson for 2025.
Wow.
Make it happen. Find a way to make it happen. Yeah.
Man, y'all heard that. Make it happen. Okay, so what's You have to leave a question for our next
for the
guest.
next guest. What is your biggest challenge of 2025, and how were you able to overcome it?
Love that. Mr. Make It Happen himself, Victor. Thank you for coming through, man.
Thank you.
That was fire. That was a lot of perspective.
Thank you, bro.
Only in the sound from above.